Hey everyone, welcome to my studio. This is a different view, I think. So this is gratitude art journaling, and I will just hop right into it, straight ahead. Okay, so I'm gonna change my view real quick. I just wanted to say hi in person. Here, let's change this to that. All right, so as I usually do this, I have my journal, which is almost full. I have um, two pages left. I cannot believe this. You know, when I just first made this journal, I thought I would never, ever, ever get to this point. And then, yet, here I am. Okay, so this was the last week's one and the previous week's. So you can all find this on my channel. Um, I am really looking forward to this one. So let's see what's shaking. Yeah. So I'm still using these cards that I got on Amazon, but I am working on creating my own. And I am, I should say, about 70% done. Okay. So I think Um, I'm flipping through cards. I want to get something that I don't know. Here, yes. I just want to choose something that I want to do today. The root of joy is gratefulness. Can you see that? The root of joy is gratefulness. What is your favorite part of the morning? Oh, I love that. My favorite part of the morning is absolutely my cup of coffee. It's my favorite part of the morning when I get to sit down and have my coffee and nobody's bothering me. Is anybody else like that? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab a couple of clips, and I'm also going to grab a couple of things that I think I will be using. So let's see. Oh, I forgot to bring my shelf over here. That's not helpful. Okay, I'm gonna need I'm gonna need clips. Here they are. So got my clips. And let's do, yes, so I want to change the background a little bit from what we have there to something a little bit happier and bright. So I got something and I'll show you what it is that I got. I really like these little things. I'm gonna grab my matte medium, a brush and a paper plate. Brush a little bit. And a paper plate and paper towels and rinsing water. Okay. I'm pretty sure you can hear all my traffic. This studio is not soundproof, but it's better than nothing. Actually, it's much better than nothing. I love it, except for the traffic behind my window. So here's what's happening. So I'm gonna clip this as best I can, just get it flat and just give it some weight so that I can work on the page. It's really bulky. This journal has become super bulky. Okay, so here's what I was referring to as two super bright elements. So what happened was I had some liquid watercolor in they're like tin pan pellets. And so I had some leftovers, and instead of pouring them out, I stuffed tissue paper right into those cups. And when it dried out, I pulled it out, and then each tissue paper separates into three. I had Kleenexes, I think. Yes, it was a Kleenex. And so I separated them, and I ended up like with these awesome colored fantastic pieces that I'm going to be using for my journal. This one is not separated yet. I haven't separated the blue one. So I think, and this is the yellow. I don't want the yellow. I don't think I'm going to use the red. I'm going to use the green and the blue. I'm not even sure what I'm doing just yet, but I'm sure that it will come because I really don't know how I will play around coffee. You know, like the first thing when you think coffee, right? You want to have browns and like all of that kind of stuff, mugs and like all the things that come with coffee, right? But I think that it matters most that what we put into art, like our intention, rather than what it shows, right? So maybe it's not going to need to show coffee per se, right? It's just my gratitude. I'm expressing gratitude for that cup of coffee that I can have every morning. And sometimes, yes, sometimes it's interrupted, but it's all good. Okay, so here we go. Look at that goodness of color. Ooh, so much color in this. All right, so here's what we're gonna do, what I'm gonna do. I'm going to tear this even more. And they are super, super, what do you say? Brittle? Not brittle. Brittle isn't, it snaps. What's the word? What is the word I'm looking for? I don't remember. They will break. They're very easy to break even with the brush. So you want to be super gentle with them. And then they tear in one direction. And if you go in a different direction, they don't tear nicely. They just kind of become a mess. So I am just gonna tear these. And for some reason, it gives me this major mermaid vibe. I don't know, because it's like it's green and blue, I guess. Let's see. Okay, this works just fine. Let's tear this up a little. And I'm gonna do something that looks like mosaic maybe, or maybe it's like too far-fetched, maybe not the most, oh, see, going wrong way, and the tissue doesn't want to tear for me. Maybe not a mosaic, but you know, like a collage with different colors and shapes and all of that. Okay, so I have my tissue paper, and let's grab my matte medium. Ooh, don't tell me I ran out. There's plenty of matte medium in this tube that I can see, so don't you tell me. Yeah, see, there's a lot. Okay, I like to wet my brush before digging into matte medium because then it doesn't stick to the brush so bad. And I'm gonna do one strip at a time so that I just can work with this easier. What this one goes right in the middle, right where the book folds. And just pat, and attach on both sides. Super easy. There we go. Make sure it's all glued and then move on to the next piece, and that's going to be this one. I'm going to start breaking them into even smaller pieces because I don't really want just stripes. I want something a little bit more interesting than just stripes. And because this was watercolor, see, the matte medium is picking up on the blue. So I'm gonna, it really doesn't matter right now because it's all green and blue anyway. But if you were doing something where it does matter, or like, let's say you wanted to combine blue and yellow, it would mess up your color. So you would want to rinse your brush in between applications of your tissue. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. I'm sorry, allergies have been... Oh, excuse me. Allergies have been insane. There we go. And I'm thinking maybe some green right here. We'll see. Yeah, just like that. I think I maybe even want to write on this. So let's see how this goes. Maybe this will become, maybe I'll do some hand lettering on it. I don't know. Let's see how this goes first. Hand lettering on tissue paper might be challenging, but it's absolutely worth it if it works. I kind of want a little bit more color around here, so I'm just gonna put this piece right here on top. Just layering texture, seeing what, oh, this looks like a flower. I like this. Okay, moving on to the other side. Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna put this one across. Don't know why. I just want to. Like that. Make sure it fits. Deal with all the pieces here and there. There we go. I am trying to go back and make sure there's no bubbles. We don't want any bubbles in here. Just no bubbles. Okay, let's do this one. Oh, I like this. This is darker green. And there's a little bit of blue on this piece. I like it. This is pretty. Let's make it come all the way down to here. Yep, picking up some green now. Ooh, pretty. Okay, let's do this. And then I'm gonna go across from the bottom. Which one do I want to? I want to use this one. Oh, I like this one. It's pretty. It's so pretty. Right here. Let's make sure we have plenty of matte medium here and there. Oh, I just love this background. I might need to just take a picture of the background and save it to make it printable. Okay, let's finish and then see if it's worth it. Oh, lovely. Okay, blue or green? Blue or green? Blue or green? Maybe even blue. Here. Just right here. just like that. Okay, so when I work in my gratitude journal, I like to go back to the same question and ask it again and again and again. And this way I know that I won't miss anything important. Okay, so what are we thinking? Is it worth? I think it is. It's a very interesting. It looks different on my computer screen than it's in real life, but I guess it's okay. All right, guys, I am going to grab my blow dryer and blow dry this. Maybe I should walk over there. I'll walk over there, okay? I'll be right back. All right, if you're following me step by step, make sure that this background is completely dry for the next thing we're gonna do. And I'm gonna need a pencil. And we're gonna make a quote here. We're gonna make a hand lettering. Okay, so I think we're gonna say mornings are made for coffee. And this is a little bit wet still, so I'm gonna be super careful. I am simply sketching where I want my word to go. I don't even want to make any marks with my pencil. I think this is not gonna go well with the pencil, probably not. I think this is still a little bit damp. Let me think. I guess maybe dry it again. Make it completely dry. Because I think here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use Posca pens to do that. And I just want to make sure this is dry. This is better. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my Posca pants and then work on letters. Mornings are made for coffee. This is what I'm gonna say, because this is what the question was, and I already lost my prompt, right? Things that you like in the mornings, I guess that's what it said. All right, so I have a box of these, and I noticed that when I just write with the regular one, which is bullet sharp 0.9 millimeters, or bullet shaped, sorry, 0.9 millimeters. This is still too thin. Sometimes I want it thicker. So I'm just gonna go ahead and open this puppy here, and it's a 1.8-2.5 millimeter, and it's bullet shaped also, okay? I used to have one, and I pretty much used it up, and so I bought a new one, but I haven't done lettering like this in a bit, so that's why it's been sitting in plastic. All right, shake it up, and then push the tip down to let the paint come through. It usually comes pretty fast. There you go. See, you can even see it. It's seeping through. See it? It's coming. Just push it, push it, push it. See? Almost there. Almost there. Here we go. Okay, make sure that your tip is full of paint, which it is. There we go. Here we go. Okay, so I am not gonna like worry about my lines, how straight this is, because this is my journal. It's not anything else. Mornings are made for coffee. So I'm just gonna start over here and go with, and try not to have a heart attack by doing this without outlining anything. Okay, so here's my mornings. Can't see it very well, right? Because it's super dark. Mornings, and then I'm gonna write are made, and I'm gonna stretch it out. I'm gonna try and do cursive a little bit. Don't usually do this by hand, like no lines, but oh well. Again, are made and then over here it's just gonna say for, and then the word cough is gonna be here. Oh boy, I guess I hope I'm gonna fit. Yes, I'm gonna fit. Okay, so we have the saying, mornings are made for coffee. Okay, now I'm gonna add more weight. You know what? You can even do that with fancy stuff. Like I have this one. I hardly ever use it. I am itching to use it. It's super fat. It's like, what is this side? 15 millimeters. Check out this baby. It's huge. So I can go and make lines this way, and I can make lines this way. Look at that. How cool is that? I'm just gonna do my M. Just gonna add a whole lot to my M and decide if I want to do the rest. I think the rest of the letters are gonna get lost in this. And then I'm gonna do my C with this. Super cool. Close. And go back to the size I was using before. This is really way too big. Okay, mornings. I'm gonna start like adding some variety to my letters so that they stand out. They're a little bit bigger and also like more interesting to look at, hopefully. I don't know. I'm just gonna make my letters a little bit bigger. And while I'm working on this, I'm thinking in my head, what else do I like about my mornings? I am a bed slug. I'll be honest, completely. I'm a bed slug. I am not a morning person. Like once I get up and get going, I'm okay. But I need this time to get going. So to me, mornings are like it's like a double, loaded thing. I do get my coffee, right? But I don't really want to get up. Okay, here. I'm just adding a little bit of weight to my letters. Just so that they're easier to see. And then I'll show you a trick how to make your letters visible. There are a few things we can do. Okay, it's about time. Close and shake. You gotta shake these pans. Gotta shake them. Okay, so here we are. Okay, so I'm gonna do both of those things that I talked about. So the first thing to make your lettering stand out is you can use some bright neon colors and color inside of your letters. Oops, that's a little bit too much here. Okay, so I picked up this chartreuse green, I think it's called, or apple green. I think it's apple green. And I'm just going to color inside of the letter O. And the color is very similar to what we have here. Yeah, but see how it makes the O stand out right away. We now can see it, right? And then I'm going to do A in made with this one. And maybe let's do the O in coffee. That makes sense. Okay. And then we're going to pick another bright color. What do I got here? I want to do something contrasting. So we have no pinks. So I'm going to pick up the pink. And I'm going to go to the A right here. Now you can see it. And the D right here. and the O in the word for. Okay, now let's pick maybe, let's do this. It's like a turquoise something. Super bright color also, looks great. I really love it. Gonna do the R and then the E in the R. And then what else? And the E over here also. See, it makes the letters stand out. And then when we're done with this, you can do your highlights. You can use any of the colored pens, or you could actually use white. So I'm just gonna grab white. And just go and add, I just hope this is dry. And I'm gonna add like a line, like a dash dot, dash dot, dash dot, dash dot, dash, dash dot, dash dot. And see, it makes your letters stand out. Dash dot, dash dot. And sometimes this happens. I picked up some black, it didn't dry. So I'm just gonna go on the paper towel and clean up the tip. Sometimes that happens. Just shake it a little bit more. And dash dot dash. Yeah. And then you can continue with this, or you can do something else for different letters, whatever you like, whatever works. Sometimes it makes sense and sometimes it doesn't, right? I just really like this. So I'm just going to continue with this for my letters for the word morning. Mornings, actually. There we go. See? It's much easier to see now that it's there. Okay. Now I'm just going to add, just highlight my next words are made. I'm just highlighting with the white. Okay, and then the word for, I'm going to do the same. No, the word for, I'm going to do the same as are made, just the highlight. And then coffee, I'm going to do the same as I did mornings. Line dash, line dot, line dot. Okay. Something like this. Yep, it just brings your lettering all the way up. I think I'm gonna take a pink and do outline on the other side, so it's like a shading. I'm gonna shade with pink on the left side, like all the letters are gonna get shade of pink on the left side of each line, so like the left side. Okay. Yep, got into the black a little bit, clean up. No good on the left side, on the left side. And then the left side here, like everything gets that on the left side. That's the left side, left side, left side. It kind of gets a little bit confusing as you keep going, and you're like, wait a second, is that the left side or the right side? Okay. So there we go, left side, left side. Whoa, too much. Sometimes if you push the tip too much paint goes out, so it makes sense to pay attention. Okay, coffee. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Mornings are made for coffee. Mornings are made for coffee. Okay. All right. And so then we can just stop here, right? But it's a little bit empty here. And if you know me, I'm a big fan of different floral designs. So I'm just going to pull out whatever I have in greens and blues. Right out here out of this Posca pen container. And I realize that not everybody has like a big Posca pen container. Okay, this can be used with, you can do this with Sharpies. Okay. Okay, so what are we thinking? I'm thinking that I just want to add some floral, vines, flowers, whatever I'm thinking. So I'm just going to start with this one. Put a kind of a thing going through here. And because the color is very similar to what we're using here, it's all going to look natural, but it's still going to stand out a little bit, but not a lot. It will just fill this in a little for us. Okay, there's one. And I like to do a couple of things of the same color. So maybe even go on the symmetry, why not? Make it symmetrical, put the other one right here. And so there is a leaf going right here. And just add some leaves. So to make this interesting, you do not need to come up with a gazillion of other leaves. You can just change their size and color, and that's enough. You don't need to do anything else with that, okay? So here's one, here's the other. I'm gonna grab the dark green here and add. So we're gonna go in on like a rounded kind of wreath, something rather that I started. So it might still change. But right now, that's what's happening, right? So there's one. Maybe I'll add one over here to break up that symmetry. And I'm trying not to draw leaves over my letters, okay? There we go. Let's change color. Let's take some blue. And now we can actually overlay and we can go over what we have here, okay? So this leaf is going this way, so I'm just gonna apply, just gonna put another leaf on the other side. Why not? And let it make another layer. Super easy. Doesn't need to be hard, right? Okay, see what's happening? There's layers now of interesting things. And maybe one right here, small one. Do not draw leaves over your letters. Maybe. Okay. I have it just told me to do that. Sometimes it's like intuitive, just put it here. So I'm putting it here. Okay. You can just keep doing that. And then if you want to highlight something real well, that's when you go for your white and you want a pretty nice thick white. Let me see, I should have one here that's, yep. That's not sealed yet. I think this is good. Doesn't look like it has a lot of paint left in it. Let's see. Probably not. Let's see if we can still use it. Yeah, it's kind of ghosty. I don't like that. Let's see. I have another one in here. I just don't want to open a new one. Nope. This one is a small. That's too small. No. I guess. Oh, this here. Hello. I think this one still. There we go. Let's add a nice. There, that's much better. And the same leaf, okay? Same thing. Just a little bit smaller. And maybe one right here, right on top of that one. Yeah. Ta-da! Okay, so here we are. Look at all of those. Look at all the layers we created. Mornings are made for coffee. All right. Okay, so I hope you had fun, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye.